He wasn't the smartest in his class. He wasn't the most talented. In fact, for most of his life, people ignored him, teachers, coaches, even friends. While others were praised for being gifted or lucky, he was the one who always lagged behind. But years later, when everyone else had faded away, he was the one standing tall, successful, confident, unshakable. And when people asked him how he did it, his answer was simple: "I just showed up every single day." This is the power of consistency, the silent force that beats talent, luck, and even genius. We all love the stories of overnight success. The person who suddenly made it big, the artist who went viral, the entrepreneur who became a millionaire in a year. But what you don't see is the years of quiet work behind the scenes, the days they want to quit but didn't. You see, success isn't built in big leaps. It's built one small step at a time. And that's what the story is about. How a man with no talent, no luck, and no shortcuts proved that the most powerful habit in the world is simply showing up. Meet Arman. Growing up, he was always average. Average grades, average skills, average confidence. When others excelled easily, he struggled just to keep up. He dreamed of being successful, to be someone people looked up to. But every time he tried something new, he failed. He tried drawing, failed. He tried sports, failed. He tried starting a small business online, failed again. And with each failure, the world reminded him that maybe he just didn't have it. Maybe success was only for the lucky ones, the talented ones. But one night, after another failed attempt, he came across a quote online that changed everything. It said, "It's not about being the best. It's about being better than you were yesterday." Something clicked. For the first time, he realized maybe he didn't need to be gifted. Maybe he just needed to keep going, no matter how small the progress was. That night, he made a decision that would quietly change the course of his life. He decided to pick one thing, just one, and commit to it for an entire year, no matter how many times he failed. He chose writing. Every morning before work, he sat down to write. At first, it was bad, painfully bad. Nobody read his words. Nobody cared. But he didn't stop. He showed up again the next day, and the next, and the next. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The words that once felt forced began to flow naturally. His writing got better, not because of luck or talent, but because of repetition. He was building momentum. 6 months later, something unexpected happened. One of his short posts on social media went viral. People began sharing it. Comments flooded in. "This spoke to me. This changed my day." Arman couldn't believe it. The same person who once thought he wasn't good enough was now inspiring others. But what amazed him most wasn't the attention. It was a realization that the success he'd been chasing all his life was never about luck. It was about staying consistent when no one was watching. Because that's what consistency does. It compounds. It turns invisible effort into visible results. It transforms ordinary people into extraordinary ones. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. You don't need to be talented. You don't need to be lucky. You just need to be consistent. Talent gets you started, but consistency keeps you going. Luck may open a door, but consistency makes sure you stay inside. And while most people are waiting for motivation, consistent people are taking small, boring, unglamorous steps every day that lead them somewhere great. Think about it. The gym goer who shows up 3 times a week for a year will always outgrow the person who trains hard for 1 month and quits. The creator who posts 1 video every week will always surpass the one who uploads 10 in a burst and disappears. Because consistency isn't about intensity. It's about frequency. A year later, Arman looked back. He wasn't average anymore. He had built an audience, a career, and most importantly, confidence. His life wasn't transformed by one big break. It was transformed by hundreds of small, consistent actions stacked over time. And when people asked him how he became successful, he smiled and said, "I wasn't the most talented. I wasn't the luckiest. I just refused to stop showing up." That's what consistency does. It rewrites your identity. You stop being the kind of person who tries. You become the kind of person who does. So here's my message to you. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop comparing yourself to the lucky ones. Stop saying, "I'll start when I feel ready." Start now. Start small. But most importantly, don't stop. Because the truth is, consistency beats everything. It beats fear. It beats self-doubt. It even beats failure. You don't need to move fast. You just need to keep moving. Remember, slow progress is still progress. Small steps still move you forward. And the person who shows up every day will always win in the end. If you ever felt untalented, unlucky, or unseen, good. Because that means you've got nothing to lose and everything to build. One day at a time, one step at a time. And when the world asks how you did it, you'll smile and say, "No talent, no luck, just consistency." If this message hit you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Because sometimes one reminder can change someone's entire life.